Hello everyone, this is Manna Mahmood from Cloud Office. I am an enterprise solution architect. I do design enterprise solutions with open source Java frameworks. And in this series of videos, I want to demonstrate to you three types of enterprise solution designing with open source frameworks. Firstly, that deals with structured data, ERP, CRM, Salesforce automation. And secondly, that deals with unstructured data mostly. Those we call collaboration platforms for sharing, file sharing, messengers. And thirdly, designing analytics, data warehousing, and doing the predictions, forecasting on those structured and unstructured data. I hope you feel it interesting. So let's move on. Okay, so the very first solution we are going to discuss about was enterprise resource planning. These enterprise resource planning, CRM and Salesforce automation, they all deal with basically financial transactions and financial managements. And the very common thing in them is they mostly work with structured data. The basic difference between structured data and unstructured data is level. So that level is basically unstructured data, they are not labeled. So a very big industry is going up now for labeling this unstructured data to give them some meaning. But in these solutions, they already deal with defined data models. They are well known, labeled. Each record got field, the field got header. This header is basically a label for that field. The record got a name, and it is basically a level for that also. So these are the basic, very common in these systems. They deal with the financial information and they also deal with the structured data. Like if you have heard the word, maybe the order to cash and also procure to pay cycles. So these are some well known defined cycles, and here you see each cycle is ending up in financial system. As a financial information, cash, pay. So by this we can easily define a common pattern in them. There are three layers in each of these systems. Like they got firstly financial transactions. These are basically the accounting transactions in ledgers, in the transactions, debits and credits, and then above on that there is transactions, like we call them commercials. These are, these transactions, they are tagged as invoice, bill, and before that these commercials is referred in financial transactions. Their evidences for the financial transactions. And the commercials, before the commercials, we do some business transactions. So the business transactions are also, these are the terms we call order. So then order gets to invoice, and then it goes to accounting transactions. So all these layers are well defined. Industry got their standards. They have different methods to do. All the data models are well defined, and you can draw a universal data model from them that can be used. So if you go through Oracle, SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, or any other ERP, CRM solutions, you will get the similar things, similar data models available. So there is a common study things. So in open source also it got very good platforms and solutions which will give you the framework to do the same layer of transactions and give a good solution to organization. So this is one, and we will discuss in detail about that later, but today it's just a content, table of content I'm going to introduce you. The next one, the two is we are going to say this is we call collaboration. So that is something different, and it was not that much known earlier before the last decade, the end of last decade, it became popular with the portals. You will easily understand, like SharePoints, WebLogic portals. So what we do, these are not connected with the financial transactions. These are basically tracking the work progress, like project management or execution of a task. What is the progress? What is the progress of the issue? And the conversations, like communications. So a smart way of communications in between several parties. So these are not structured. A communication mostly is not structured, and it got no leveling. And this is the reason I am saying this second solution is basically mostly dealing with the unstructured data. And these are the term, you already know these platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, and these are the platforms also based on this collaboration technique. So this is the platforms in open source. There is very good tools. They are doing very good, and so many industries are adopting this, and it gives a good productivity in the organization, among employees, a well introduction, orientation in between everyone. The third one we are going to discuss later, today, is a very important thing that we call analytics. Analytics, it is totally different. The previous two solutions, they have mostly writing jobs. They are capturing data, writing the transactions, and storing them in the storage. But analytics are mostly, we also call them reading. They are reading the data and making sense out of that, making patterns, creating patterns, discovering patterns from that. So what is the analytics basically doing? That there are two sort of analytics for two things. Like mostly in last decade it was on structured data. We call it BI, mostly business intelligence, because these were mostly on sales transactions, on these well-known predefined data models. So these are all well-known structures, and so doing ETL, doing data capturing, data slicing, data managing, and making specific prediction models out of that was so known. The domain was so known, and leveling was so predefined. But currently another thing we are doing, we are calling this AI or machine learning. These are mostly done on this unstructured data. These are mostly derived from the collaboration platforms. Collaboration platforms are mostly dealing with content. So the unstructured data, you can understand, these are text, these are audio, these are video. And this audio and video, these are not structured things. And from the beginning of this decade, it becomes so popular with so many algorithms and devices. You can capture the videos, and then you can convert the videos to some meanings and put some labels on them, and then create a meaning out of that and make it useful for the businesses. And this is called machine learning, the AI. So it got also very good open source solutions. They are giving good output from that. So these are the thing. The next topic that we will do, these are related to this 1, 2, 3, but this is something we called SSO. So this is the single sign-on to integrate all these C systems. If any organization captures all these three solutions, then how they will give this SSO. So here another thing will come like LDAP, and that last thing is we will do. This is the data streaming or data communication or service consumption that we are currently knowing API gateway. So this API gateway, and that will be another topic, how you will glue all these solutions, and the service can call services from analytics to the collaboration platform, from collaboration platform to the business solutions. So that we will discuss. So I want to end this session today, and then next we will start from our table of content. Today's session is basically a table of content for us. For the next session, we will go sequentially one by one and we will go in deeper of each subject. Have a nice day. Thank you for your cooperation and your time. Bye bye.